What's poppin', and welcome back to another episode of Fletcher the Fisherman. Once again,
on, guys?
Got the man, the myth, the legend.
We're doing it again today. We're gonna go out here try to catch some big bass. It's gonna be a good day. It's hot. It's been super hot recently. But
what's the heat index, like 110 a day?
Yeah.
Something crazy.
It's gonna be bad. We went out yesterday and we were drenched in sweat, and this man was casting it and getting all that. It was a hot day. It's been humid. It's been weird, but we're gonna catch them today.
Yeah, like you said, guys, it's been brutal, but the game plan today is to just kind of go back out on the boat, fish some deep structure. That's where these fish have really been hanging out. They haven't been really many other places, a little bit up under the shade, but the deep structure has been the main bite, so that is what we're gonna do today. Also, guys, I promise some more bank fishing is coming, as well as some fishing, some new locations. I'm working on those two things, so just stay tuned. But I think it's time to go ahead and hop in the boat, and I'll show y'all exactly what we're gonna be working with today. So let's go ahead and get the fishing. It's time to get after it, guys. Also, my dad's gonna be joining us today. He's just hanging out. So you might see him a time or two in the video, but I just gotta fill up these holes on this boat, and we're gonna zoom right out to these deep structures and see if we can't pull some big old fish off of them. Y'all been liking the bait section, so I'm gonna jump right into that once again, and we're basically gonna be running the same kind of deal that we have been like the last few videos. We're just gonna be using this little Texas rig again, 1/4 ounce bullet weight, just Texas rigged with a 3/0 hook and a little creature bait. More specifically, we have that Berkley Power Bait Maxent Creature Hog and Green Pumpkin Party. Once again, this stuff is awesome, so make sure you check it out if you haven't already. And along with that, we're gonna be throwing a little paddle tail swim bait on this other setup right here, and that's just a little 1/2 ounce swim jig head, and this is the Power Bait Grass Pig, and these are in June bug. It's just like a black with a green flake. It might be different, honestly. I'm colorblind, so I'm not exactly sure, but it looks like black and green flake to me, and I think that is gonna get the job done. This water's looking pretty murky right here, so that dark bait with that dark contrast is gonna be really good to throw in here so those fish can hone in and find it. But I think I'm gonna start out with the paddle tail swim bait today, so let me go ahead and put this little crawl to the side. Actually, I'm just gonna reel it up to the tip like that, because I'll probably pick it up pretty quick in some circumstances, so I want it ready to go. But along with just kind of like putting the on-text description of all these baits, I'm gonna start putting everything linked down in the description below for my videos, guys. Y'all really seem to be liking that extra info, so I wanna put as much as I can to really help y'all out and catch more fish every single time you go out. So let's go ahead, zoom on up here to our first spot and see what we can find. Coming up on our first spot right here, there's just a giant barrage of like trees and concrete and all kinds of stuff going on down here. So we're just gonna run a few baits across the top of it and see what's hiding out. I'm gonna try with this little paddle tail first and see if I can't get one to come out for that, and then I'll probably pick it apart a little bit more with that crawl, see if they're being a little bit more finicky, if they won't bite this thing. It's usually pretty good if that bait's up near the surface, and there's wolf packs hunting out here. Oh, there we go. There we go. First fish. Oh, oh no, there goes my swim bait. First fish of the day. I think I got him. He's a jumpy boy. He hammered me. Oh, my dad's on. We got to double up right now. He just pulled that one up underneath that shade. No, can you get one? No, he snapped me. No, he snapped. Oh, no. Oh no. Dang, guys, that was probably like a 3.5, 4 pounder. And he snapped me off when I grabbed that leader. He head shaked.
Hammered that, didn't it?
Destroyed it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to retie. I guess we know they're definitely hitting that. That was totally my fault right there. I should have not grabbed the leader like that and played him out a little bit more to where he was a little bit more tired, because he was definitely hooked very good. He wasn't going anywhere. Let me grab another little 1/2 ounce jig head and get to work. I'm really glad they're gonna smoke that. That's gonna make my life a lot easier today. Can fish a little bit faster with these swim baits versus that stuff on the bottom. I've been wanting a nice little swim bait bite, so this should be a lot of fun. So we're gonna take a quick break from that offshore structure, guys, and try fishing these shade lines a little bit. My dad just pulled like 3 or 4 fish off in a row, flipping the trees with some little, I think he's using a chatterbait. So we're gonna try that for a second and see if we can't follow in his footsteps, do a little skipping, get way up under here. Oh, come off. There's a bunch of stuff that's like probably, I don't know, 20, 30 feet off the tree line. It's like straight back, like a bunch of like Christmas trees and some other things that hold some fish. So it's not that deep back there, so you could probably get one to call up on that. Zinging out there. Yeah, it's probably like 5.5, 6 feet. Shallow enough to get them to come up if they're on it. Oh, yeah, there we go. Got him. Oh, God. Yeah, he did throw off the swim bait, man. He jumped so high. My dad's on again over there. These are some active fish today, man. They are jumping like crazy. I want to play this one a little bit more so I don't lose my swim bait head and actually get a fish to show y'all in the boat. Come here, bud. There we go, guys. He took my swim bait, but I got him hooked right here in an odd spot, like on the bottom of his lip. I don't know if I've ever hooked a fish in that manner. Look how he's hooked. Huh. It's a weird place to be hooked. But let me try to get that out of there so I can go ahead and put him back in. But that is a fat little guy. He's probably like 2.25, 2.5. Absolutely hammered that little swim bait. There he goes, man. I will take some more of that. Time to put another little swim bait on. Let's go ahead and get that thing threaded on there. And we are ready to go. Hopefully I don't keep taking them. I only have 2 packs of these, and supposedly they're the juice right now. These fish are destroying them, so I do not want to run out of them. But it is looking like that could be a possibility, man. Are you hooked on the line?
Hooked on the line.
What?
My lure, I thought, how'd my lure skirt pull all the way up my rod? Look at that.
Let me see this.
Wait, so you're just on?
Look.
You caught that?
Oh,
that is what? I think I caught the line because I'm like, how did my skirt slide all the way up here? I said, it's not, it's a jig, it can't. And then I pull it in, and there it is.
Guys, I don't know if y'all really understood what just happened there, but this fish has a bait in its mouth with a hook, obviously, and that line runs out to here. My dad caught this fish by wrapping his lure around this line. Like when he pulled it in, the hook on his this little jig was not actually in the fish. It was hooked on the line. That is,
that was on that structure, so somebody broke off right there, and
that's crazy.
Here.
Well, let me go ahead and get this hook out of this guy's mouth. So,
can you believe that? Can you believe that?
That's insane.
That was the craziest thing, looking at the skirt going, how did it get up the line on a jig head?
You literally just hooked the line.
Is that it's just a little pink worm.
I think it's power bait.
Yeah.
I think he's got a big old power bait worm in his mouth.
One of those long 12 inches.
Yeah. Let's see if I can't get this guy out. There we go. Well, we definitely made that fish's day, got that hook out of his mouth. Let's go ahead and get him back in.
That's number 7 for me. And I caught him right where y'all were fishing. So maybe I'll sit right here and catch a few more.
The jig, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm about to put one on.
There she goes. You don't see that every day. That's something else. It's way hotter than it was yesterday. Actually, yesterday was pretty hot too.
It was hot. I don't know. When I feel sweat dripping from my legs.
Yeah. It's running down every inch of my body right now. There we go. Got him. No, not a monster, but a sizable fish. Is that bait out there? Are they busting or just flickering? That's a good fish though, guys. That's probably like another solid 2.25. A little bass right there. The first one we missed was definitely the best fish so far. That one was probably approaching 4, but this is definitely another great fish. Let me go. Oh, there he goes. Let's go ahead and get him back in there. Oh, right here. Oh, look at that right there.
They're right above where my line's at.
Dude, there's so much bait right here. I guarantee you the fish are hanging out. We should sit here for a minute. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Another one on the paddle tail, back-to-back cast. Let's go.
Was there bait popping?
Yeah, dude, there was a bunch of bait popping right there. These bass are staged up, guys. There's, I don't know, you probably can't see it super well, but there is a ton of shad flickering like all over the surface out here. So these fish are probably sitting right below those schools, just waiting for a few shad to come their way. And that's exactly what they're eating on. And guys, I actually like throwing something that kind of stands out when I'm fishing like schools of fish. So like when there's all those fish, sometimes it can be hard for those bass to actually like hone in on one specific bait. So that's kind of like why they hunt in packs, is to kind of break up those schools so they can find one to focus in on. And when you throw something different, it makes it a little bit easier for them to kind of just pick one out of the school. And if you throw like a nice dark bait, sometimes that does the trick. But I think that's the best one we've gotten in the boat today. This one is a high 2, maybe 3-pounder. But let's go ahead and release her. Off she goes, man. They are smoking this thing. They are absolutely smoking this thing. I'm just gonna keep throwing this out there, running it pretty close to the bottom because I don't see the bass actually coming up to like bust on the bait, but I guarantee you they're sitting everywhere around here. So guys, I wanna quickly talk about my setup that I'm using here today to catch these fish on this swim bait. This is actually a really good setup for doing this. And that is this 7-to-1 gear ratio Zada Abu Garcia reel. And this thing is definitely doing some work for me. This is actually the combo. I think it like retails at like 200, 210, something like that. But this thing is definitely gonna do the trick. And the rod action on this thing is perfect for it. This is a medium heavy 7-foot rod with a fast action tip. And basically what that allows me to do is really control this bait and make really accurate, tight casts, especially if I'm gonna skip it up underneath some trees, which I like to do. And then also you want that heavy backbone, that medium heavy action to really have a lot of backbone to set the hook into a fish if you're fishing with a big wide gap hook like this one that I have on here, just this big open hook. Very similar to like a spinnerbait hook or a chatterbait hook. You want to have that extra power to kind of get that thing in there, versus where if you have a treble, you want a softer tip, one that's going to keep those trebles pinned. So we're just going to keep on moving, see what we can find, and hopefully get us a nice one. I'm gonna switch it up, guys. Go over to that little creature bait really quick. Noah's getting him on the jig on this thing. I threw that thing across there, got one knock, but he is consistently getting a few little bites. So I'm gonna toss this in there, see if I can't get one on this. A little change of plan right here. I'm actually going to take this little creature bait off and throw on a black and blue jig. The only reason I didn't have black and blue on to begin with, I wanted to throw a creature bait, but the only reason I didn't have black and blue on is because I don't have any. I have fresh out, and just this water is just so murky, man. This is just like blending in super well. Oops, didn't mean to do that. But like, as you can see, this is like basically the same color as the water. So I want something that's gonna stand out a little bit more. So I think I have the trick in here. Let me go ahead and grab myself a fresh black and blue 1/2-ounce jig right here. Close the sucker up. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put that same creature bait back on here as a trailer because I don't have any black and blue ones. So we're just doing a little mix and match, but I don't think the fish are gonna care. Just that little extra body mass is gonna do the trick. Just a little bit more commotion down there for those fish to find this thing. And that thing is looking good. Are you snagged?
Back off, yeah. I don't know what happened. What is down there? Is there a tree?
I've never snagged right there before.
I was reeling it in too. Oh, you got it.
There we go. There we go. Whoa. That's a nice one up underneath that dock. Oh.
Biggest one today, dude.
Oh yeah, buddy. That is a good fish. Dude, they're all thinned out.
This is weird.
They're you. Oh no! God, I started looking at you. Well, these are my good ones today, man. Oh yeah, you're stuck. My bad. But yeah, dude, they're usually pretty filled out in here. Everyone we've caught's been kind of thin today. Oh, that's a fatter one.
That's a really good one. Tricked him in the biting right there. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Were you tapping it?
Oh, he just pulled off. That was a dang good one. That was about the size of the last one, man. Ah. Right when I felt him bite, I went up, though. I jacked him quick.
Yeah. Didn't give him a chance.
Time. He didn't know what just happened to him, dude. It was too late. All he saw was this thing going crazy, and the hook was in his head. second time I've done that today. I think you did that too once, right?
Yeah.
They'll eat it.
There we go. There it is. Can't tell. I can't tell he's running at us. Oh, it's a decent one. Probably one of the smaller ones, but still a good fish. I'll take them all day. Oh, spit it too. Gosh, that's okay. I was trying to power him in. He'll probably laughing at me missing these fish at this point. I'm just trying to horse them in. I should probably take my time with them a little bit more. If we were like fishing a tournament or something, I'd probably be a little bit more particular.
A lot more.
If y'all never tried this, guys, try when you're jigging, whether it's a worm or a jig or something like that, try just popping the bottom of your reel, or not your reel, the bottom of your rod, and kind of make that bait shake in one spot. It kind of makes, especially if you're throwing a jig, it makes like all those little, like, not hairs, but you know, little rubber strands just kind of flail out and go crazy, and the fish will nose down on it and sometimes just crank into it. There's one. There's one. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Get up here, bud. Oh, that's another good one, guys. Crush that thing. Yes. Oh. Yeah, he's just skinny, man. If it was filled out, this was 3 all day. Oh. Shook it right there, right as I got my hand on her. That's a good fish, guys. They're just smoking that thing in here. Just like it's the only thing that there's in here to eat or something like that. I don't know, man. That's something else.
Could be some more there. Same fish. I'm waiting on that day, dude.
What, hooks out on the same fish?
I'm waiting on the day. There's just like an angry.
There's one. That was a good one.
Oh, you lying.
There.
Oh, I got one.
You got one? Yeah. Double, double. Let's go. Oh, that's a good one. That's the best one of the day. That's the best one of the day.
You gotta get one.
Oh, Dave, you gotta triple up. Gosh. Dude, we got 2 studs. I think we got 8 pounds of fish right here. Oh my. Oh, you want to get them both in the net?
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, we'll scoop them both.
Look at that, dude. Oh, you got
We got triple up. Triple up. Let's go. Bring them in.
Oh, dude, they're 2 4-pounders.
Let's go. That's a net full. Holy smokes. Man. My dad's got himself another one slightly smaller than these.
Look at that, guys. That is a good fish. We were just talking about the fat ones and we just got them. They're loaded. Why are they so loaded on this spot?
Look at that.
Look at this. They're dang near twins. Look at that.
Jeez Louise,
Do you have a
bro.
scale? Or, oh,
they're skinnier than I thought, man. They're just...
They are. It's not quite 4.
I don't think they're 4. They're definitely 3 something. I'd say like
3.5 all day.
Oh, for sure. Good gracious.
Your line, the way that fish hit you was crazy.
Check that out.
Crazy. Look at this. Look at that. Double up.
That's
you got
awesome.
Scale foot? You want to see what they weigh?
Yeah.
They're dang near. I don't know if I have you or you have me.
Let's see if this thing will work for us. All right, this thing ain't working for it. We gotta get a new scale. I know you guys commented about it. We gotta get a new one, but I promise you guys, these fish are probably mid to high 3s. These are really healthy, beautiful beasts. Oh,
Get back in there.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
We can weigh them all day we want. That's a 3.5 pounder all day. I don't even have to.
Don't have to explain myself.
Those are 2 good fish.
Yeah, but
And Dave got one.
I know, man. That is something else. Just wow, guys, that was an insane day. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that video a lot, and if you did, make sure you go ahead and drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to go the extra mile, hit that little bell notification as well. But as always, bassing is a passion. Peace out.
That was incredible. That was some fun. And those fish just stack up. I'm telling you, this time, especially in the summer, you find one, you find multiple on that offshore stuff. And I mean, they were just there.
Dude, there's nothing more fun than hooking up with like all your friends at the same time. Like just ding, ding, ding.
All 3 of us just That was crazy. You hook set yours, and then about 5 seconds later, I hook set
like
mine,
ding,
and
ding,
then
ding,
your dad
ding.
hooks set yours. It is crazy.